There we go.
Hello, everybody. This is Dr. J, Professor Spike, and Arjun, streaming live from Long Island, New York, and Oakland, California, where the weather is actually quite nice for a winter day here in Long Island, and I assume it's nice in the Bay Area.
Always the same here. 62 and cloudy, or 71 and sunny, or whatever. It's all the same.
Yeah. Mr. Stock wants us to take a look at intracellular therapeutics. They have a schizophrenia drug in clinical trials and preclinical Alzheimer's, and they've been bucking the trend. They're looking very, very strong. So we'll take a look at that chart. And of course, Amazon bounced off the 55th retracement from March lows. So it's worth taking a look at Amazon. I added some Amazon today. I added some Amazon yesterday. Well, it's never a wrong time.
Yeah, I was going to say that I'm remembering somebody used to say it's never a wrong time to buy Amazon.
Yeah,
I just don't remember what that was.
And also, if you have any doubts, what should you do?
I'm told, according to the Proverbs, when in doubt, buy Amazon.
According to the prophet, right?
Right, the prophet. Is that with an F or a PH?
The prophet.
With an F.
Hopefully with an F.
With an F. As always, for your due diligence, our opinions are strictly our own, do not consider investment advice. Check with an advisor before acting. M.A., shalom.
He's been waiting for 3 hours for us.
Sean, hello. M.A. knew the answer. M.A. knew the answer.
He knows.
He knew the answer. Okay, so we've established that as a fact. When in doubt, buy Amazon. That's a fact. And certainly today was a good move, picking up some Amazon in the low 27. I think it hit 27 something or other. I bought it at. And I think it's over 28 now. I hope. Well, we'll take a look at the chart on Amazon. We'll take a look at the chart on a bunch of things, in particular the spiders. We want to look at the market direction, as well as the IWM. So we'll look at those, to maybe the XBI, throw that in. I asked you an interesting question on Twitter Spaces yesterday. Which of the three ETFs between the XLE, XLF, and XBI would you buy if you were forced to buy one of the three? And you said you might not buy any of them, of course, but if you were forced to buy one of them, your pick was XBI. You want to expound on that a little bit?
Well, it's a time frame thing. If I want to talk about 12 months, it's XBI. If I want to talk about like tomorrow or a week or something, I think I agree with you. It's XLE, because basically in the market we're in right now, which is kind of a sell the rip market until I see some good volume come in on key tickers. I think that the safest bet right now is what you said about oil, the price of oil increasing.
Well, that's what I'm betting on when I'm picking up more XLE every day.
Yeah. It's the only chart in the market, or one of the only charts in the market.
First of all, if there's any kind of disruption because of an incursion into Ukraine, oil is immediately $100.
Right. So, yeah, I think if you're talking about like before President's Day, I think I agree with you, but I like the risk reward on XBI if you want to go super long here and not worry about another 3 to 5% downside.
And there's nothing wrong with the XLF either. They all three have their own reasons that you could be high on them.
Yeah. Because like if I were going to play it, right, XBI, I don't trust it really, so I would sell puts below it. But the other ones, I would buy the shares, I think.
MA has the answer. Compromise.
Well, that's not, come on, you can't do that.
You can't, that's like hedging your bet. 2/3 XBI.
Kissing your sister. You're allowed to kiss your sister. You just don't get off on it.
Indubitably.
Indubitablly's around.
It's 67 and cloudy, probably. Where's he? In Texas, right?
Dallas, Texas.
Dallas, yeah.
Nice.
Yep, I remembered. So yeah, so maybe we'll chart one of them, the XPI probably, and
Well, because we're so steeped in these bio technicals.
yeah, I wrote a bunch of stuff down on what we should look at today. Do
Yeah,
you have the
I
list?
have the list here.
All right, so let's get to it. If any of our viewers have a request, we'll honor that as well.
Cool. We'll put it
Screen.
on the big screen.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if the market's going to keep going in this direction that I think it is, I think we're going to have to start a new segment, which is fade the pop, sell the pop.
Sorry, sell the pop instead of buy the dips, right?
Well,
Yeah.
that's what happens in a bear market. You sell any rally.
Yeah. So we'll have some maybe inverse top picks of the year.
Right. The ones that don't go down.
Of course, we're not in a bear market just yet.
No, I mean long term, I don't think we are. But
yeah,
I was expecting this in February, not in January.
It's really riding that edge of it, though. I think this week, next week, we'll start to learn a lot. We're already learning a lot.
People are waiting for earnings to save the day, which may or may not happen. It's really not about the earnings so much as it's about the forward-looking stuff.
Well, Netflix didn't help. I think Apple might help.
Again, forward-looking.
Rate hikes. I mean, there's a lot going on. We'll see.
Well,
you see, Coles did very, very well. I was thinking the retailers, but not that one.
What I think is going to happen is that the market is going to eat up whatever dovish remark Powell is going to make tomorrow, and the market will see a huge rally into Friday. That's what I think.
Well, yeah, a lot of people are thinking this is the Fed more than it is Russia.
The bulls are sitting with cash. Look out for an unexpected rally going into the end of the week.
I need to see volume, or I don't believe it.
The bulls are sitting with cash. Where are they going to get this cash?
The volume along with the very big candle on Thursday. Tomorrow will be a wish-washy day until it closes the last hour strong after Powell's remarks. I have a lot of faith.
He's not going to back off on.
He's not backing off, but he's going to be accommodative in tone to the market. The market's going to like what they hear. He's basically a dovish. He's basically dovish. He's got to take some steps to combat inflation, but I think deep down he feels that this inflation is still transitory. Remove the word, but I think in his heart he thinks it is. So I wouldn't be shocked if we get the minimum in rate hikes, maybe 3. Forget about 50 point move, 50 basis move in March. It's not happening.
I agree there.
A lot of analysts think that is happening. This is the picture of Amazon, the graph. This is a 50% retrace from the lows on March 2020, rather. So on the weekly, it's easy to see, but you see, we've had that big bounce off of that 2701 level. I wish I bought it at 2701. I bought it sometime today, and yesterday I bought it a little higher. So I made 2 purchases, a little bit off the bottom, but that doesn't, it's still pretty good value, I think, what I bought today and yesterday on Amazon. All right, so I'm much more bullish than our friend Arjun right now.
Yep.
I don't know who's going to be right. I'm bullish without tremendous conviction. I think, if anything, you have more conviction on the downside than I do on the upside. But that's how we stand. We have a little diverging opinion there. What about you, Professor Spike? How do you stand?
I don't think, to be perfectly honest, I think we're going to have a little bounce back, and then we're going to have the real drop.
Yeah, that's my prediction too. But the bounce back isn't going to be as good as everyone thinks. That's my thing.
I mean, maybe it's where that gap is.
My thinking is the bounce back will be significant.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's so significant.
And then what, sustained after that, or a hit after that?
No, I don't know that it's going to. I'm not sure it's going to make another new high, but I think it's going to come close.
Right.
And then the true collapse will follow.
Okay.
Yeah. My thinking is I think it'll struggle to get out of that S&P 450 range. And then if the buyers don't step in there, it's bye-bye.
Yeah. Well,
I don't want to discount Russia as an issue.
So anyway, this is still. You see this 50% retrace? I consider it significant support. The fact that it bounced off of that, I think, is extremely bullish. I think, furthermore, the way Amazon goes, so goes the market. So it turned green today would be even better, but it doesn't have to turn green. This was already enough. Today's action was good enough for me already, even if it stays at the close, 28.20, something like that, I'll be happy.
Yeah.
So I'm happy with Amazon.
Here's the reason I disagree. The reason I disagree is because the green volume from yesterday, it doesn't reflect enough to offset the selling that I've seen across all the tickers I've been matching. So until that volume pierces really high at a key support, I'm saying guilty until proven innocent, and I'm saying I'm going to stay in cash.
Sure. On Amazon, even though it was green yesterday, this green volume bar is misleading because half of the day it was sellers coming in.
Exactly.
So it's a little misleading.
And it was still below. It was still below where I bought it the day before.
Yeah. Let's look at one that's been bucking the trend. A request. ITCI, intracellular. Professor Spike and I can go visit them. They're in Manhattan.
Oh.
The headquarters is in New York, New York.
Hello, Heath. Long time.
What a beautiful town, right?
But New York, so great. They named it twice.
Yeah, you got to say it twice.
Just like Singapore.
Why does my computer always reload? It's always loading, reloading, loading. Verizon is just sucky. All right. Where are we today? Up another $2.46, 5.66%. I guess they think a lot of that schizophrenia drug that's in clinical trials. It's behaving beautifully. Also, they have a preclinical program in Alzheimer's, and this is a unique company with whatever they're doing with the cells. One cell communicates with another. It's whatever it is that they're doing. Pretty revolutionary. So, I mean, I really don't know the science involved, but the chart is looking really good. Look at the way it bounced off the 200.
Wow.
Really nice chart.
The 9-day just had a touch of the 100 and came right back up. It's showing great strength right now. Very, very nice performer.
Yeah.
I like it. It filled the gap. I like it off the chart. I guess I like whatever it is about the fundamentals that I know I like. So at this point, although I haven't really delved into it, I gave it a a quick look before the show because I saw it on StockTwits. Mrs. Stock A requested it, and I said, okay, let me honor the request best I can. So it's an interesting chart. I'm going to get to know more about this company. It looks very interesting. What's your take, Arjun?
I like the chart a lot. I don't know anything about the company, but I'm trying to see here. I mean, maybe don't buy it right this minute, but it looks like if you get a minimal retrace down, you could get support that probably comes in maybe at like 45, huh?
Support at the 50. At the 50, yeah. Certainly, I think it's good support. 42.31.
Yeah. If it comes in higher than that, then I'm really bullish.
Yeah, I mean, it's basically, look, there was a key resistance level. True, it took it out on the way up, but it's facing it again now.
Yeah.
This level here, back in wherever that is, a high of 47.03. We're just about there.
Yeah, I think if you buy in the 43 to 45 range, you might have pretty good odds.
Yeah, I mean, the high of the year is $55, and the way that it's showing this momentum, if it continues higher above this 47 level, it looks like it's aiming to take that, at least fill the gap and probably make a new high. The gap fill would come at 52.02, right in here. So 52.02 followed by a new high. The chart is just, very, very nice considering how yucky biotech has been. This one is an eye popper. It's a, relative strength in the sector. That's one thing you can say right away.
Right.
Relative strength. What else do I have down on the list, Professor Spike?
Well, if you want to start broad, you can go to the spiders. You have CRISPR, SAVA, GMDA, these kinds of things.
SAVA. SAVA means, what does that mean? That goes? SAVA?
SAVA.
I think it means that. In French, right? SAVA.
Yeah. SAVA.
40.91.
I only learned that from that video.
Up $1.
Albus, please. Patent infringement by Moderna. Sorry, I was just reading something.
Oh, we had a beautiful, beautiful candle yesterday, engulfed the day before, which was just nothing candle, doji. And today we're continuing on up. It's facing resistance just above it. We want to see it break that resistance to be convincing. And that resistance is at about 40.64, something like that. But we're right where we're at, right? Mm-hmm. 41.95. So a little bit higher. Break of $42, and then we're probably going to test there's a 50. The 50 will be the next resistance.
Right.
40. Where's the 50? The 50 is at 47.47. So I could see a 7-point move from here easily.
That would be nice.
It's an undervalued biotech. Undervalued because of all the BS attack that's from the shorts. The shorts can attack any biotech and tell a nice story and be successful, at least temporarily. And that's what happened here.
Yeah.
I don't
the only problem is that it's long lasting.
I don't believe the short thesis.
I agree with you. I don't believe it either. It's just distressing how long this story's been lasting.
You have good odds from here if you buy, I think.
Yeah, I'd say. I mean, ultimately, we think this is a $100 stock at least. And people on the web have been talking about $500 if it turns out to really work and stuff like that.
Look, this is $100 tomorrow if they drop all investigations against the company.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, plays like this, I just buy call options because, like, I would rather risk a little less to have the upside because I see this as not a boom or bust play, but like a high variance play. So I'd rather just put a little down on some leaps and then
probably going to
go long term. Yeah, because I was saying, you have to go with the long term. So if you do leaps, that's a better idea.
Yeah, but the leaps are going to be very pricey.
Let's see. What do you like? What month would you guess that we need an answer by?
Let's say you want the Junes.
Yeah,
I think the meant long.
I'm seeing August. Yeah, I mean, yeah, they're not the cheapest, but at the same time, I wouldn't mind risking because like they're priced in a way that I think suggests 2-to-1 odds or better.
What would the June 70s be?
There's no Junes. You can get May if you want.
May 70s.
Yeah, see, May 70.
They're probably not too pricey.
Nah, it's still $8. I would probably go more in the money, closer to in the money. $8 is a lot.
It's very.
It is. That's extremely expensive.
Because what I said is true.
That's what I said,
If they get cleared, it's $100 overnight.
Yeah, but see, if you want the 45, it's only 12. So I would much rather buy the 45 for 12 than the 70 for 8.
Oh, shitload of premium. You might as well just buy the stock.
Yeah, I would just go minimal. I see it as a binary play though, so I would rather just have like a small amount of options.
You know, when it comes right down to it, almost every biotech is a binary play.
Yeah, I mean the ones we look at for sure.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, unless we're looking at Pfizer.
Still waiting for my win. Still waiting for it to go ahead.
Regardless, I'm not buying anything today for Sava. I want to just wait and because it'll bounce around for a bit, I think.
All right, we like Sava. Professor Spike and I like Sava. Arjun is on the fence at this point.
I like it, but I just don't want to buy it this minute.
You're entitled.
That's fine.
What else?
Did you want to look at Athersys?
Sure.
Like I said, we do have a good long list. So
this might be the sleeper biotech, the one that you gotta take advantage of down below $1.
It did give a good bargain price during this whole turmoil.
Yeah, because come May, you may not be able to buy it for under $3. Huh. So under $1 is like unbelievably cheap.
A lot of the conversation around this one is like, hey, what's your price average at? Well, what's your price average at?
Yeah,
most people are well above $1.
Most people that have been in this long enough are adding to their position to lower their cost average. Most longs that haven't thrown in the towel are adding. So it's
did it go below 75 cents in all of this? I don't think it did.
If you believe that the stroke data is going to be good come May, you have to be a buyer here.
Yeah, I like this better than Sava just because it's so cheap.
Well, yeah,
right.
You don't
it's cheaper than the premium you'd pay on a call.
You don't need an option on this one.
Yeah, exactly. Just give me like a trillion shares or whatever.
Yeah.
Pull it out of your back pocket.
Let me have it. How many shares would you like? Oh, about 1 trillion.
Just buy the company.
Yeah, buy the company. All right,
Maybe
so
so
that's
you'll do that, right?
Yeah, I'm a buyer. I'm a buyer at these levels.
You don't have to look at the chart, but if you do look at the chart, today's action is a little putrid.
Yeah.
They still not busting the 9.
Yeah, I mean this chart is never going to tell you to buy until, and if it does tell you, it'll be too late. So yeah, just have a bit.
Yeah, the chart is not something you look at and say, "Oh, yeah, I got to buy this."
Right. If I knew nothing about this company, I would not buy it.
I would quickly not buy it as well. Although it does look like it's forming support right at this level here. There is a little bit of argument to be made for 81 pennies.
Could be. Could be.
That's about the only optimistic thing you can say is it looks like maybe 81 cents is the floor. Even though it went below it, it would bounce right back up to close above it. So, it hit 75 cents for a blip. That very well could be the bottom for this stock, pending the data readout, and probably my guess is May, even though the 12-month period would be up in March. What 12-month period am I talking about? Since the last patient was dosed. It was March of 2021. And it's a one-year the follow-up. So that's what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we may hear that story like we heard with CVM. Well, it's hard to get the data because it's COVID and you have to visit the hospitals, but they're not letting us in.
No, you're not going to hear that.
You start hearing those stories, watch out.
No, you won't hear that. I think you'll get the data in April, May. May the latest.
So the rest of your picks are individual stories. So it's a question of what story we feel like talking about. Do we feel like talking about CRISPR, or do we feel like talking about Rivian next?
Ooh, Rivian, I have been shorting like crazy.
Lucky you. I mean, I'm still in Ford, and I'm getting the secondary effects of their major drop.
Rivian, they have some really, really sketchy financials that I don't trust at all. They're valued at almost 60 billion and they don't sell anything.
Everything's overvalued.
Right, but this one is the one to me that looks like the most ripe for the. It's on my top fade the picks of the year.
Really?
Yeah.
If you would have picked the one that was.
I could see this going to
your favorite putts.
I could see this going to like anywhere between $20 and $40.
Well,
buyers are not stepping in.
No, I know.
Even today, where it had an opportunity to turn it around, it hasn't really.
Yeah, I don't think anybody wants to buy this right now.
Yeah, it's really a falling knife. It's kind of scary to buy that.
My question is this fall going to affect Ford at all? Because one of the reasons Ford has a very big stake in this. Right.
I don't think so. I think Ford has more going for it outside. I mean, it won't help, but it won't like be disastrous. I think that I was talking about this on Spaces yesterday. I think EV is a bubble, but that does not mean the future is not EV. What it means is there's a lot of fat that needs to get trimmed off the EV valuations, and only the winners will prevail. That's my prediction, and I think
I have a question for you. Is Rivian making the GM Hummer? Are they making it for GM, or is it another company?
I'm pretty sure it was another company.
Okay.
I don't know if I heard Rivian being the one. That's a good question. Because if they are, then we could stay with it, because we know that is a massive, just like the Ford 150.
Yeah, I
Ford
think
F-150, the GM Hummer and then other GM are making those right.
An EV Hummer is going to have great appeal.
Yeah.
Now that wasn't. I had an argument with somebody about when Biden drove the GM car, and almost popped a wheelie. Was that the Hummer or was that something else?
I don't know. I don't know.
I thought it was the Hummer, but someone told me it was a different GM.
The Hummer looks like a tank.
Yeah, I know. Well, it's not a. It's funny because when you look at that car, the first thing you think is gas guzzler, and so it's sort of ironic that that's going to be an electric savior.
Yeah.
But horsepower is horsepower.
Yeah, I just think they're behind the 8 ball, and I think that.
Look, I'm going to agree with you on this one. I think this one probably is a good short.
Yeah, I mean, I've been short since the 70s. I don't have a huge.
Oh,
How about Peloton? Are you still short?
Well, he's off now because his machine went down.
Oh,
but I'm sure Peloton. He listed a bunch of his shorts, and definitely Peloton was the top on his list.
PLTN.
Yeah, I guess right. If the nature of this show today is going to be on, hitting some stocks while they're down for whatever fun and profit there is in that. We might as well mention Rivian.
If I got the symbol right on Peloton, is it PLTN?
PLTN.
I don't know why I don't see it.
Oh, that's the one you gave me. Let me look.
Maybe it's a different symbol.
There he is.
Arjun wants to be let back in.
It's PLTN. There you go.
I'm trying to add Arjun to the stream and I'm having trouble.
There he is. You lost him again for a sec. He'll be back. There he is.
Yeah, sorry. I pressed the back.
Arjun, what's the symbol on Peloton? I wonder. That's
PTON. PTON.
Oh, that's right. That's Peloton pre-IPO. You're right. PTON.
Yeah, PTON. Yeah, I've been short too.
I typed it in wrong again.
Peloton is just going through some real crap right now. People are calling for the CEO to get fired, and they're having tons of layoffs. I think the reason I'm shorting this, not like massively, but definitely to some extent, is I think their only way to save themselves is to get bought at this point.
Yeah, but typically speaking, when you buy one of those exercise machines, it ends up just sitting in your closet.
Yeah, they have a valuation problem.
Doesn't it end up being a $3,000 coat rack?
Yeah, exactly. It's like they're just bleeding money. They're bleeding money. Their valuation is, I mean, it's still high. Even it's crazy to say it's high because think about what it was last year. But they don't have any, their earnings per share just goes down every quarter by a lot. There's a lot of shares being sold short, and it's growing every day. I think the company might be a $10 company. I'm like trying to crunch the numbers.
It's a sliding pond. Look at it.
It really might be $10.
I don't disagree with you on this one either.
Yeah.
Your two shorts that you mentioned, Rivian and Peloton, it's hard to disagree with either.
Yeah. This one scares me a little bit more just because of the buyout chatter. But like, if that's what you're scared of, I think that, I don't think that's a huge deal.
Who's going to buy them?
Apple could buy them. Nike could buy them. I mean, I don't know. Like the thing is, also no one could buy them because it might just be crap.
Yeah, I mean, it's an Apple Watch is one thing, but an Apple exercise bike, I don't see it.
I can see them getting to Lululemon quicker.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is,
then at least they have especially Nike, because then they have some real branding.
If
Close.
Peloton gets bought, I think they can short them down more to make it even more of a deal anyway. So I think you have time for this to be worth. You have time before this would have any risk of a pop.
I wouldn't touch this with your wallet.
Here's a falling knife stock that I find attractive.
See, this one I agree. This one just passes the eye test from the company.
Well,
even though it has a similar
do
look
better than
to
Edit
it,
anyway, and the other one,
Yeah,
it has a
CRISPR.
similar look to Peloton,
NTLA.
but I like the fundamentals on this guy.
Yeah, and they actually have income.
And they're giving you a nibble sign right now.
I think their last quarter they brought in almost $500 million, and they're only valued at $5 billion. So that's not crazy, you know, the way Peloton just bleeding money. Like this company actually like makes money.
Yeah, through their partnerships.
You know, their sales is growing. I mean, yeah.
They're partnered up with Vertex and Bayer. So they have a nice, powerful big pharma behind them. And one of them could easily take them out.
Yep.
It doesn't have to be Vertex or Bayer. Another one could.
Right.
In fact,
Well, wouldn't it be nice if somebody in this space has additional good news beyond what we heard about last summer?
Yeah.
On this particular technology, we heard something over the summer that was halfway promising.
I think diabetes 1. They're starting is it preclinical on diabetes 1, type 1? I think so. That might be the news you're thinking of. I don't know.
Right, but we have nothing since. We've had nothing since then. Is my point.
Alexa's talking to me.
Oh.
I wasn't talking.
Tell her to mind her own friggin' business.
Yeah. She says, "I don't know that one." She told me.
Yeah, exactly. It's like the magic 8-ball.
Yeah. Okay, so we have a very nice candle today. Very nice candle yesterday. We're 2 for 2. Let's see if we can extend this to a full week rally. How's that?
Fingers crossed.
I want to see CRISPR cross the upward trend line by Friday at about $71. That's what my goal is for CRISPR. And I think you
guys want to see a funny ticker that I just discovered?
Sure.
It's SARK. It's just short Kathy Wood.
Oh, get out of here. Actually, I just stepped back into ARK a little bit more today.
I found this one and it was really making me laugh.
Sorry, that is hysterical.
Yeah. I mean, obviously it's been doing pretty well, but.
Yeah, right. That is hysterical.
This is the height of gall to short Kathy Wood.
Well.
What nerve they have. That's my girlfriend.
Let's see what after the crash. We'll see who rises above the ashes.
Right. It's funny though.
I still think it's going to be her.
I think so too.
Yeah, but I have this weird feeling that she's also short herself.
Yeah, she might. Right, she might be hedging with that one. Maybe that's why. Maybe she's the one who created it as a hedge vehicle.
Exactly. She's somehow finding ways to make.
She's not allowed to be short.
Yeah, right. That's sort of like certain casinos don't let you put, don't pass on your own roll.
Right. It's like the Black Sox scandal.
She has been selling her winners, Tesla in particular, she has to pay for the people that are with cashing their chips. But I like the turnaround yesterday. I like the candle today. So we'll see what happens with this one. This one, like CRISPR, I think could at least make it to the trend line. by Friday. I think I see upswing to about $75 on this one.
Yeah. So the one thing, not to throw water on the fire, but the candle yesterday, like you said, most of that green was actually selling. If you look at the 1 hour chart, like most of those shares were sold at the open and not bought. So just tread carefully. That's all I'm saying. It's like there's.
Yeah, I mean, the RSI is showing an oversold condition, but it's been oversold. It's really pretty much oversold since the beginning of December. So I'm not sure how meaningful it is.
Yeah.
It's been a yucky poo, no doubt. But Kathy will turn it around if she.
This is an investment. This isn't a gamble.
Yeah, no, definitely true. If you buy this, you're holding this a long time. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I mean, if you're going to speculate on the individual pieces. Speculate on your lucid.
Why bother? You got a whole basket of 31.
That's what I'm saying. But if you're gonna speculate on it, then speculate on the individual pieces. Don't speculate on the whole.
Well, yeah, because you can look at ETFs and you can look at what makes them good rather than what makes them bad. Yeah, I agree.
Right.
I don't know what the price of oil is doing today, but judging from the XLE, I bet you it's up.
It is up. You're correct.
Yeah, another good day for the XLE. The XLE has been the place to be since it bottomed in 1220 at $51. Nice run up, 30% run up.
That's had a good year overall.
Yeah, good year overall.
Absolutely. USO is another one we've played before. Yeah, a lot of good stuff happening in this sector.
You were in USEG for a while, right? Are you still in that one?
No, I sold that with you. Basically, that was just a pump and dump thing. That remember, I was on this streak of pump and dumps. That was one of them.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm not playing those anymore now because I just think everything's gonna dump. So.
All the pumping is over.
Yeah, it's just dump and dump.
Dump and dump. Andrew's asking about Checkpoint. We had conversations on the side about that.
You're getting everyone depressed. You got to think positive here.
Oh no! I mean, look at this chart is great. Look at this strength.
No,
look. I just want people to be careful. I just want people to be careful. I think if you're buying here, you have decent odds.
Do you guys remember when Jake came on the show? He liked a couple of stocks. One of them was Hood, not doing well, but one of them was GMDA, a biotech that popped.
And PRTX.
That one really popped. So let's take a
GMDA
look
made
at
a pop.
Yeah.
This is a Jake special, remember?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I do remember. I think I wasn't on that show, but I remember you texted me about it.
Okay.
Oh yeah, great play. Special. Nice.
When he was on
See, these charts I like.
It was around $22. What day was he on? Do you remember?
It was 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago on a Friday, right?
I believe so. No, I believe it was the midweek. I believe it was the midweek show. Yeah, I believe so.
Friday, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Midweek show would be Friday, pretty much around the low, $22.17. I don't remember exactly what price it was, maybe 2.25. But since then, it's had a very nice run. Jake called another one. I forget what the news was, but I think they have a rolling drug application, right? Something, I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, no, this is a great chart because it's so much volume was accumulated that day, and it doesn't look like it's sold. So I could see this I could see this going to $4.
Yeah, and Jay called it way back. I mean, before the move, anyway.
Yeah, I like it to go. I like the odds a lot here because it's basically your downside is, well, yeah, maybe it is 50-50, but I like the odds up better.
Truthfully, he was more bullish. Was he more bullish Hood? I think he might have been.
Yeah, he was. He gave it to us twice.
Hood might
Yeah.
have been more bullish Hood. Let's take a look at Hood. He gave us
this
about
is a
5.
cool chart. I think I might buy some GMD.
In all fairness, he gave us about 5 tickets that day. And I don't know how I don't even remember the other ones. I just remember these two. Hood continued. Well, it's turned. It looks like it may be turning the corner. Maybe.
All these charts look the same, right? Yesterday's candle is a little misleading.
Yes.
But you might be right. You might be right.
A lot of things look like it's turning the corner. That could mean collectively that the market is turning the corner.
Yeah.
Maybe that Arjun's pessimism might be overstated.
Well, I'll be in cash so that if I'm wrong, I can join the fun.
Well, to your credit, you've been right. Till now.
So far, yeah. This is where I've been the least certain, though. So I'm not going to, like, everything I'm saying is probably 60-40 bearish or 55-45, just so everyone's clear.
Again, you have two beautiful candles here on the S&P, on the spiders. I like this this kind of harami, whatever you want to call it, an inside day after a reversal. I like it. I like this candle. I think it's bullish today, even if we close down on the day, it's meaningless. We made up all the lost ground. Totally meaningless.
Yeah. So we're getting back to the point of inflection. We're getting back to that kind of 444, 450 level where we saw a lot of chop in October and July. So I think that's the level that I need to see clear with volume, and then I'm bullish. Like recapture.
You want to clear 448.
Yeah, exactly. I want to see that level cleared with very convincing volume, and then once that turns into support, I'm a bull again.
Yeah.
But right now, that's the roof. That's not the floor. Like, that's all I'm saying.
Right. Yeah, I agree with you. That looks like the resistance area.
So what is that? The 200-day? Yeah, let's just call it the 200-day needs to be support, something like that.
Well,
right.
No, I think I drew the line at 448 is going to be the resistance.
Yeah, but by the time that happens, the 200 will be right there also.
Yeah. Well, I guess, the 448, if it rejects there, I want to see it then recapture the 200.
Yeah.
So that
I don't think
needs to be the rate.
I don't think the 200 is going to be a problem in terms of, resistance. I think more likely the 448 level.
Yeah. Yeah, and then that's where I think we'll figure out what this market's going to do.
Yes.
Yeah. So you're betting up, I'm betting down, and neither of us have strong conviction.
I certainly don't have strong conviction on my market call now, but hey, I'm buying, so I guess I have some conviction.
Yeah, I know. I mean, like, it's so tempting to buy at these what could be bargain prices, even though we could very easily get fooled.
Yeah, you nibble. I guess you nibble.
Yeah, you nibble, right? Exactly. But eventually, you run out of money. That's what a couple of the people in our comic group are saying.
Yeah.
even
I
last
don't
week.
know why, but
No money left.
I downloaded 2 of the sports betting apps in New York.
Dangerous. Danger,
DraftKings,
danger, Will Robinson.
DraftKings was not one of them. It didn't attract me as much as Caesars and FanDuel. So those are the 2 that I'm using. I did not download DraftKings.
Yeah. I've been so wrong on this one.
Yeah,
This
so
one's
we were
one
thinking this was gonna be $100 stock.
Yeah. I just got
we'll be lucky if
fooled.
it goes back to 50.
It might be a $10 stock before 100.
Yeah, this one fooled me. This is a big loser of mine.
Yeah, me too.
Mine too.
I'm still holding, obviously.
Yeah, I don't have much. I got some.
Like all the other charts we looked at, Arjun, they all look alike. Yesterday's turnaround, and today a little green. A little green.
Yeah,
candle.
that's true. Every chart just kind of make like, okay, I don't know. What are you telling me? What does this mean?
It means after a while you're gonna run out of money to nibble with.
Well, it could mean that the 52-week lows that we've been seeing lately are over for a while.
Right.
Yeah.
Tilray.
This was your top pick.
That was my top
That's one of your
pick of the
top
year.
picks.
It was the top pick.
Yeah, all our picks are gonna not look great so far.
No, I know. my Disney's looking a little tepid, anemic.
Yeah, I mean this one, I like this one too in theory, but the chart's just looking worse. But we'll see. But I like the story of why this will be good. It makes sense to me.
$5 levels shouldn't go below that $5 level. What did it bottom at yesterday? Let's see. 520. That's enough. That's low enough. I'm gonna double down on my Tilray maybe today.
You might as well at this point.
Yeah.
I mean, what do you got to lose? It's only $5. Unless you buy 20,000 shares.
Well, I bought at the beginning of the year. I bought some because I wanted to put my money where my mouth was. I wish I hadn't. I guess it was on the third that I bought, right?
Yeah, it's the beginning of the year, right?
Yeah, I bought probably at the open. Which was,
I got in with you around then, but I'm going to hold on.
The open was 719. So I'm down quite a bit. I'm down $1.30 off of 719. I'm down about 15% until I don't know if I should double down, but I'm going to add.
Right.
Maybe not.
Especially with those nibble signs showing.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't have enough conviction to quite double down, but I think I'll add.
Yeah.
A little. One more.
One more.
AABB?
Why don't you do Disney?
Okay, Disney.
Only because we didn't do any content today.
The mouse.
Evil mouse.
Mickey Mouse. Donald
McKeymous.
Again, more nibble signs.
Oh, there you go.
It's all the same. Every chart the same.
What was the cereal on Mickey Mouse show? Do you remember? It was Spin and
know.
Spin and Marty. Yeah.
Might be before my time.
Yeah, Spin and Hardy. That was in the 50s. Spin and Hardy, if my memory is correct.
Isn't it Marty?
Spin and Marty.
Yeah.
I think. This looks just like every other candles that we've looked at.
Yeah, I know, right?
It's
all
really
the
crazy.
same, yeah.
Same picture. It doesn't
Should
matter.
we look at the weekly, maybe? Should we look at the weekly just to see? Because I don't know what any of these mean anymore.
this looks like it could be the chart of any of the other stocks we looked at.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah. But if we zoom out, maybe we'll get some idea of like if it's at a pivot or okay. Yeah, it tried to fill a down gap. That's what it did.
Yeah, let's see if it filled this gap.
That's really interesting.
The gap would close was 127.46. I don't think it filled that. I don't think it hit it.
It got close. It got real close.
I'm going to draw it a straight line.
So see, this is like when you zoom out, I think this tells us a better story, right? Like it's not a buy the dip, it's like a nibble because all these moving averages are becoming resistance.
It missed by like 1.5 points.
Yeah, it almost filled it fully though. That's interesting.
You want to give it the benefit of the doubt and say it filled it?
Yeah, let's say it filled it. Let's say it filled it.
Okay, we'll call it a gap fill, even though it isn't. It's pretty close.
So yeah, this could be a swing.
The only one I do is AABB to my list. Any comments on AABB? I didn't chart it, but I think it's the
AABD.
I paid 12
Yeah, that's the Asia broadband.
Yeah, that's the one. The penny stock that I bought.
That one. Yeah.
I think it's a dollar.
I think I bought some of that just because it looked fun. Yeah, I have a little.
Marco reminds us why Jake was doing. This is why Jake was doing, because Shiba is coming.
Oh, the Shiba coin?
Right.
That's hilarious.
And Andrew is with us.
He was talking about Checkpoint. Yeah, I know Moderna's a weird one.
Amazon doesn't worry me too much, other than the fact that everyone hates on. The Republicans hate Amazon. The Democrats hate Amazon. It's one thing they can agree on. They hate Amazon.
Well,
but it's their juggernaut.
There's no such thing as bad press.
It's very difficult to bet against Amazon.
Right.
So I think Moderna might not be a bad one to get into, actually.
It's at a bargain these days.
It's sold off. Yes, it is. Okay, so that's it for today. Thank you all for coming. Much appreciated. And tell your friends about us. Subscribe if you haven't already. And we hope that the market turns around. At least two of us hope that the market turns around.
All three of us do.
2 out of 3. All 3 of us do. Okay. We
don't want to thrive on bad news.
My opinion and words of wisdom is don't be afraid to be in cash and trust the trend. Don't fight the trend.
That's not bad. All right.
Yeah, that's
always words to live by.
Exactly.
Yep.